Friday, January 15, 2021. This is the Plastic Free Weekly News Wrap Up with Miguel Solari. That is me. And this is actually being recorded a day late. So I have to just get the news out anyway. I bring you news about the last week's cycle of stories regarding to plastic free zero waste. And that's my effort to keep you informed, and it's how I keep myself informed, and I'm just sharing it here on this platform. So please subscribe to my channel or send me a message. That'd be great. Share this content if you like, or follow me on my socials. Any of those things would be highly appreciated. I just like, this is the stuff that just keeps me completely passionately engaged and informed, so that if I ever have to talk about it, like at least I have a reference. So let's begin. Boom. First one we got here is Aldi stores set to scrap plastic from Whole Food stores. And this is cool because Aldi owns Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's is making moves to reduce their plastic packaging. And Aldi is starting to make moves themselves. And so they took these three products, these three types of nuts, and they're testing them in paper packaging, trialed over 230 stores in the UK. If it's successful, it will remove a total of 50 tons of plastic per year from Aldi stores. Like, that's a lot of plastic. So hopefully it's successful. And the reason why I bring it up again is because they own TJ's, Trader Joe's, which I'm not a fan of Trader Joe's food, but I actually have never been a fan of all the plastic packaging that they use. Like, they're infamous for like having like, you know, two apples in like a little clamshell. So anyway, they have made steps. In fact, I included right here from TJ's themselves, from Trader Joe's. This is their announcement from last year, in which they talked about their packaging improvement project, in which they removed 6 million pounds of plastic. So what they did is they actually removed pounds. They removed plastic packaging by weight, not necessarily removing the plastic packaging. That's why if you go to Trader Joe's now, you'll still see plastic packaging, but they removed how much plastic packaging they use by a significant amount. And I think there's been some success. And in this article, from TJ's that I improved, it goes into exactly all of the different things that they did to reduce packaging, the new sourcing of new types of materials, recycling. And anyway, very impressive, at least like to see like TJ's take some ownership in all these ultimately, and now spreading over to Europe, where they're really, especially in the UK, like their consumers are demanding a plastic free world ASAP, and that's exciting. So let's move on. What we got next? We got an article which is not anything new, but it is by Box, which I enjoy reading. Online shopping has boomed in the pandemic, but what about all the packaging? With the holiday return season upon us, e-commerce packaging is at an all-time high. Now, of course, there's lots of articles, and there's already been lots of talk about like how much this e-commerce has increased during COVID, and now how much more plastic packaging we have. The twist on this article is really just like talking about the logistical nightmare that stores are experiencing with all these holiday returns. They're not used to it, and just the consumer behavior, how it's impacted, how it's changed, and where people like will order like 5 different pairs or 3 different pairs of shoes, and they'll keep one and they return the others, and goes into like just the consumer behavior, how we're intersects with convenience and what people want. Whereas like if we just had a brick and mortar store, like you just go and you go buy what you want, and it decreases the chance of returns. And here on the very first thing you see is that the owner of World Market in Oakland says that online return rates are 3 to 4 times higher than brick and mortar stores. And yeah, I mean, you think it would be the other way around, but it's not. This article is also great because it talks about any other companies and how they're dealing with the increase in demand. And look at this one. Demand for filled air products is poised to sell by 1.16 billion by 2024 because of the spike in online sales. That's terrible, frankly. Right, there it is. That's frankly just terrible. And if I go down here, that's what I really want to show you. They go into like they bring up this study from a couple weeks ago. Oceana found all this plastic that Amazon's polluting, 465 million pounds of plastic in 2019, and enough air pillows to circle the globe 500 times. And Amazon had a chance to answer here saying that that study was dramatically miscalculated and the use of plastic exaggerated by 350%. However, like the author of this article pointed out that was from 2019. However, in 2020, regardless, it was probably like a lot higher anyway. So it's a great article. I put it here because I think it leads very well into the next thing I talk about, which is just packaging. More packaging. Here we go. Mom fighting over ridiculous the way Kmart packaged her tiny online order. So this lady in Sydney ordered a single bath bomb, and she got it in this big giant box. This is pretty funny. I mean, funny, not funny, but look at that. That's the bath bomb that came in the box. And I mean, basically, like, that's just one customer with that, when it happens a lot more than we see. So if everybody were to post every time that happens, we'd have like a lot of, we see a lot more of it. So that's ridiculous, and it just made me laugh, and so I'd share that one with you. Please do feel free to share your own package nightmare story when you get something like that. I haven't gotten anything like that because I just don't know whether online. Yeah, so that's how I control my plastic consumption that way. I just know that the likelihood of getting plastic bubbles are increased a lot more if I order things online. So the pandemic gives me a chance to go out and source, because I like sourcing. Because I got an online store, so I love sourcing. Okay. Next one, in Fast Company, this new delivery service cuts down on takeout waste by sending your food in reusable packaging. And here's a reusable packaging. Okay, anybody see a problem? Yes, exactly. It's in plastic, and that's great. I'm glad that Delivery Zero, that's the name of the store in New York, they're delivering. They're like the Instacart or Grubhub, but using their own containers, and they're reusable. They have like a fee. I think it's $3.50 for each time if you keep it. But either way, like, I'm glad, but still, it is still plastic. That stuff is still destined to go to a landfill. And even if it gets to be recycled, there's only so many times you can recycle and reuse it. So please, like, you're not. I mean, yes, you're like going halfway. It's like a halfway step. And also, like, people like me, I'm not gonna eat out of plastic. No way. I mean, so it's a BPA-free container, so it claims. However, that's just one of the many unregulated endocrine disruptors that come in even food-grade plastic. So no, thank you. I'm not gonna touch that. And in this article, they talk about the how, basically we're here clearly that Delivery Zero chose to make its own delivery platform rather than partnering with existing ones like other reusable companies, and they refer specifically in that link to the other reusable company being Dispatch Goods, which is right here from good old Bay Area, and in which Dispatch Goods, like, in their awesome way, they use stainless steel. Boom, much better, cleaner, and better just overall eating experience when you eat out of stainless steel. So I really hope that Dispatch Goods takes note, like, quickly pivots and makes their own delivery system. And if they did, I would even work for them, maybe, because I want to make that's what I want to see, a big transformation in this ecosystem of single-use plastic going into reusables, refillable, reusable. All right, sustainable. All right, let's do it. Let's move on forward with the last piece of news. Is here we go. Clothes washing linked to pervasive plastic pollution in the Arctic. Polyester fibers that injure marine life were found in seawater across the region. So you can read this quick, and this is linked below from The Guardian, but I actually put down the actual link to the actual study, the actual scientific study itself, right here. And you can read it, and here's the abstract. They collected water from 71 stations across the Arctic, and here you can see right here all the collection points and all of the types of concentrations of microplastics, and the most found microplastic type were polyester fibers that come from washing machines, that come from like your Patagonia gear, your yoga pants, etc. So I put that link in there yourself. So yes, get a guppy bag, my friend, a guppy bag, a microplastic filter, We'll talk more about this later, but for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Plastic free living. Whoa.